88. Yeah, see, I don't need to snoop this low, but they by my mama, yeah, stuff. I don't care how this shit go, you did.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo, D4L Fabo. Ow! Hey, man, I need everybody right now to stop what they doing. Ow! And go to Forgotten Kings TV on YouTube. You know what's happening then.
Listen up. Hold up. T.I. and his whole camp have been lighting up 50 Cent all week, and it hasn't been subtle. For anyone just tuning in, T.I. is already 4 diss tracks deep, aimed straight at 50 because for whatever reason, 50 just will not stop trolling Tiny Harris. After fans flooded the comments calling him out, including T.I. and his sons, 50 doubled down and posted again, still taking shots at Tiny. Now everybody's asking, is 50 at least gonna step in the booth and respond on wax? According to 50 himself, he doesn't need to, because in his mind, the people challenging him are the ones who need him to rap, not the other way around. Those are his words, not mine. But that talk hasn't slowed T.I. down one bit, because right now, listen to this, he wants all the smoke. He even posted earlier today, right after dropping diss number 4, making it crystal clear he's not backing off. And let's be real, the moment 50 mentioned his wife, everything escalated from rap beef to full-blown family war. It's not just T.I. anymore either, because now the sons are stepping in. For those who missed it, Domani just dropped his own diss record aimed at 50, titled Miss Jackson. I'm not even gonna lie, if you haven't heard it, you need to, because people are already calling this one of the wildest moments hip-hop has seen in a minute. Folks online are saying 50 is getting tag-teamed by the entire Harris household, and right now everybody's taking their turn. Meanwhile, 50 seems entertained, probably because the whole internet is chiming in, and many are saying Domani's track is one of those records that hits different. Even Rick Ross has reacted, hyping it up with that let it burn energy. Social media is locked in watching this back and forth because through all of it, the Harris family is not retreating. At the same time, people keep looking at 50, asking when he's going to drop an actual response track instead of just trolling. And 50's stance is that bots aren't about to buy T.I. or the kids' records anyway. Now here's my question. Where are Tony Yayo and Uncle Murd at right now? Because it looks like 50 is getting jumped in real time, and the squad is just standing off to the side watching. Then you've got King Harris adding fuel to the fire with yet another record. He's even rocking a shirt with 50's people printed on it, which just shows how disrespectful this whole week has been. Through it all though, T.I. and the family are standing firm and making it known that disrespect won't slide. As for 50, I still don't believe he's gonna back down, especially after posting Tiny twice and sparking this entire chain reaction. If he had kept it strictly between him and T.I., maybe it would have stayed rap business. But the second Tiny's name got dragged in, King, Domani, and everybody else grabbed the belt. Out of all the diss tracks so far, I'll be honest, Domani's is the most impressive to me because you can hear that he's trying to send a real message. I can't remember another time in hip-hop where one artist got pressed by an entire family unit like this. Every single one of them is stepping up not just to defend their mom, but to protect the family name. Right now, 50 is clearly outnumbered. And outside of trolling, who does he really have in his corner? That's why I keep asking, Uncle Murda, where you at? 50 has had plenty of fallouts over the years, burned bridges, lost allies, and now he's facing a united front in T.I. and his household. So the real question is, how does he respond when, let's be honest, he crossed the line by going at Tiny? The fans love the antics, the chaos, the trolling, and this is exactly what that energy produces, a public lesson delivered by the Harris family in real time. The disrespect has been heavy, especially from King, but one thing people can agree on is that T.I. raised his kids to defend their own. You rarely see this kind of coordinated pushback against 50 because most people, let's be honest, are intimidated by his money and massive platform. But in this situation, none of that matters because this one is about pride and integrity. Once 50 went below the belt and brought up the wife and the kids, you can't act surprised when the entire house responds. That's the consequence. Still, if we're being fair, at least we're getting some solid music out of all this. And the only thing left to see is whether 50 finally decides to answer on a record or keep playing from the sidelines. At this point, are we really expecting 50 to drop a record in response to T.I. or anybody else calling him out? Let's be honest, if he was going to release something, it probably would have happened already. 2 weeks ago, he mentioned working on a project when Fab and others were throwing jabs. But since then, all we've gotten is memes, recycled trolling, and the same old playbook. And now people are tired of it. We even ran a poll on the community tab, and the majority said 50 needs to step into the booth and answer properly. Because how many more memes can you post about the Harris family before it starts looking like you're dodging? You played around and found out real quick that the Harris household is not the one. A lot of folks are actually calling this honorable, watching T.I., the kids, everybody rally behind their mom and defend the family name in real time. They're basically saying loud and clear that disrespect toward the family won't fly. And now there's a whole new narrative forming around 50 based on how he handled this. As for the other son jumping in, I'm not even gonna lie. For a second, I thought he might show up with a guitar, like some wild Jeff Jarrett wrestling moment, just to take it there. At this rate, anybody with the Harris name feels ready to fire back, and you can't deny the talent in that family. I genuinely wondered if somebody else was about to pop out swinging, because 2026 has been unpredictable like that. So the real question is, will 50 respond? He might try to spin the story or flip the script, but if we're talking straight bars, I wouldn't hold my breath, because right now he's outnumbered. T.I. has his entire family locked in behind him, and the public isn't ignoring the fact that 50 is taking hits left and right. If you're 50, at some point you gotta loose up and prove it in the booth, especially since in his prime he never ducked smoke. Times have changed, sure, but the audience has spoken. They want to hear him respond on wax. Instead of waving a white flag, he's staying silent musically, which makes this feel like a calculated move. But honestly, it's a tough spot, because T.I. has backup. Now you've got Domani in the mix, and people are calling this his Meet the Grams moment, which says a lot. I'll drop the link so you can hear it yourself and decide where you stand on this whole 50 versus T.I. family situation. Do you think the family responded the way you're supposed to when the queen of the house got disrespected? 50 built his brand on trolling and being the bully, but right now the energy is shifted. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, he's catching heat. But I want to hear from you, so drop your thoughts in the comments. And with that, that's all I got for today. This is Sensei Rip signing out.